Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking Star Wars Episode 9. We're talking The Rise of Skywalker and the meaning behind the title. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and everything about what this title could mean. But however, I think we've been going about it the wrong way ever since the teaser trailer dropped at Star Wars Celebration. Hollywood has been giving us hints on what the title of this movie means. It's been clear as day, but yet we didn't see it. Now, the last few weeks, it has been crystal clear about what that title means. And really, we just have to thank James Bond, and we have to thank the MCU. We really have to thank the MCU for Thor: Love and Thunder. It's crystal clear, guys, and I'm going to tell you why right now. If you look at 007, 007 is associated with James Bond. But yet in the new Bond movie, 007 is not James Bond. They have given that title to a new woman who we know nothing about. The lore of James Bond, gone just like that. He's not 007 anymore. So, look over to Thor: Love and Thunder. They're making Thor Part 4, if you really want to call it Part 4, because it doesn't even seem like it's going to be Thor's movie. But yet, they introduce Natalie Portman, who plays Jane Foster, as the new Thor. So, what happens to Chris Hemsworth? Thor is not a title, that's his name. So in the case of Bond, they give away his number, which is essentially his name, because they're interchangeable really when it comes to James Bond. They're giving it away to a female character. And with Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor, his name is getting taken away and given to James Foster, because both of these franchises are just completely lazy. And now that gets me to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker and the route that they're going. It's just the same. It's the same script, different movie. The Rise of Skywalker is about Rey rising. Now, a lot of people were thinking maybe this could be Kylo Ren. It's not Kylo Ren. I don't think they're going to allow Kylo Ren to be redeemed in this movie. They're going to need Rey to elevate even more so than what she has been already. We don't need any justification why she can do what she does. I don't think they're going to give us a justification to why she can do what she does, because they're just fresh out of ideas. They're going to take the lazy route. And this is what I think is going to happen. If you think back to Star Wars: The Force Awakens, what was supposed to happen in that movie, they cut out. It was supposed to be Luke Skywalker's hand floating through space with his lightsaber, with his father's lightsaber that he lost in Empire Strikes Back. And they cut it out the movie. So now I think you're going to see that come back into place now. I really do. So this is a possibility. Rey will be a clone of Luke's hand. I don't like the storyline. I really don't. But they're going to try to make her the new Skywalker. They want her to have that name so badly, because I don't think Kylo Ren is going to make it out of this movie alive. So that will be pretty much the end of all of the Skywalkers altogether. But I think they need the name to live. They need Rey to take on that name. So people were thinking that Skywalker was going to be like this new title for Jedi. I don't think so. It's just going to be Rey's name that Lucasfilm and Disney will just give to her. She's going to take up the title because Luke is already gone. Kylo Ren is dead. No Vader, no Anakin Skywalker, none of that. So she will be the keeper of that name now. I really, really do believe that. I'm not on board with this whatsoever. I'm really not. But if you look at the pattern as to what Disney is doing, this fits right into that pattern. It really does. 007, I don't expect James Bond to take back 007 at all in Bond 25. It's not going to happen. Lashana Lynch's character will have that number, that title, throughout the entire movie. Female Thor, Jane Foster, the Mighty Thor, in other words, that's what they want us to call her, which makes absolutely no sense. She should just be Jane Foster. Why couldn't they come up with something with Jane Foster to where she could have Thor's powers? But why does she have to be Thor? She has to be Thor because they really want to replace the male characters. You already saw that in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi. It was crystal clear. They wanted Luke gone, and they killed him off in the middle of a trilogy, and they didn't even really put him in the first movie. They want him gone. But they need his name. They need his name. They need the Skywalker name to continue to sell Episode 9. Because think of this. They already killed off Luke. And that movie was a very, very, very huge letdown for a lot of fans. What incentive does anybody have to go to see Episode 9 now? There really isn't any, but you do have the name. Skywalker is a big name in the Star Wars franchise. Maybe, just maybe, by putting that name in the title, it will get people to go to the movie theater. Luke's story is done. Mark Hamill has already said his story is done. So they're going to give Rey the Skywalker name because they have no idea what they're going to do with this character. J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, nothing. They just wanted her to take over the Star Wars sequel trilogy. They wanted to destroy Luke Skywalker. They wanted to destroy Anakin. They wanted to destroy the Skywalkers in general. But yet they know that that name is so important. So they're going to give that name to Rey. She will probably end up being Rey Skywalker or something like that. Or they may take the name that George Lucas actually had for the character Rey. In case you guys don't know, George Lucas had story treatments for 7, 8, and 9, and her character was called Kira. Not the Kira from Solo, but it's even spelled differently too. This was going to be a new character that George Lucas wanted. So they probably will end up calling her Kira Skywalker, because Rey may not actually be her real name. That may be the name that Unkar Plutt gave her on Jakku. But this would be a huge letdown, and I think that's what's going to happen. Even if she is cloned from Luke's hand, doesn't make her a Skywalker. It doesn't justify giving her that name. I mean, are you guys on board with her taking this name? Or I should say Lucasfilm giving the name away, because that's what Disney's doing. They're giving the name Thor to Jane Foster. Bond, they're giving a 007 name to a woman. So it's all about destroying the male character to elevate the female. And yet Hollywood still doesn't get it. That does not work. Replacing male characters with female characters does not work. It doesn't enhance any females. And I know that they're going to just call us sexist for all of this, but when you can't come up with new ideas, you keep making these weak female characters, it's not working too well. There's been very, very few new female characters. I don't think Hollywood knows how to write them. I don't think they do at all. So that's why we're stuck with people like Rey. Because creativity has been thrown out of the window. The talent is pretty much gone. I mean, think of this. James Cameron, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, those are the three legends of filmmaking today. George Lucas is already retired. Steven Spielberg, I guess he still does stuff every now and then. James Cameron, he's doing strictly Avatar right now, even though he's involved with Terminator. Which brings me to another point too, that Terminator is kind of the same way too. But I digress on that. These new filmmakers, they have no idea what they're doing. J.J. Abrams just got $500 million to go over to DC. And I'm not too confident that he's going to make Superman good at all, because they have no fresh ideas. And when you're fresh out of ideas, you know what you get? You get The Force Awakens. No originality whatsoever. But guys, what do you think of this? Rey stealing the Skywalker name. Or I should say, Disney and Lucasfilm are just going to give her that name. Because that is the trend now. To take the male characters and give their names to female characters. Not necessarily strong female characters, just female characters. In the case of Jane Foster, a lot of people did not like her in the movies. They didn't. We know nothing really about Lashana Lynch's 007 character, but you see where I'm coming from. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.